Alright guys, today we're going to be doing a simple camp cook set. This is going to allow you to cook around your fire. So what we're going to need to do this is we're going to need 3 thick logs, 4 inches in diameter or more. Green wood would be perfect, but don't cut down a whole tree just to do this. Dead wood will work as long as it's thick. What we're going to want is we're going to want 2 logs that are about 1.5 to 1.25 feet in length. You can obviously make this bigger depending on how big you want your camp cook set, but this is the size I'm using. So then we're going to want a thick log, same diameter as these 2 little ones. This will be our 3rd one, and we want it to be 2 times to 1.5 times bigger than our little logs. So this log right here, it's about 2 times the length of this one. Next, for our grate, if you carry a metal grate with you, you're not going to need these. You can just replace this with the metal grate. But we're going to need 3 green sticks that are about 1 inch in thickness, that are long enough to reach across the width of your thick log that we have. So this is going to be the overall length of your cooking set. This is going to be the width of the cooking set. So your fire goes in between. Lastly, we're going to need another green stick. This can be thinner than these, but it's going to be long enough to reach over your thick log, and you're going to want to put some stake notches in the top of it and a tri-cut tip on the end. Last 2 things we're going to need, well, 3 things. A rock for counterbalance for this piece, a digging stick to dig out your fire pit, and a fire pit that your dog didn't decide to call home and sleep in. That's my fire pit. I almost forgot, you're going to want, besides everything we just went over, you're going to want 2 little pegs about 3 to 4 inches in length, or 2 little rocks. And I'll explain this when we get to them in the video. Alright, so since my dog decided to take my fire pit, I'm going to make another one right here. So we're going to take our digging stick and we're just going to dig out a small, this doesn't need to be huge, just a small area for our fire to be in. Alright, so once we have our area dug out where we want our fire, that big log we collected earlier, we want to just place it in the back of our fire pit. So this is going to allow the backstop for our fire, allow us to put the cooking sticks and hangers over the side of it. Now the next step to this is taking those 2 other logs that are about half the size of this one and putting one on either side of the pit. Now once we do this, we want to take our green sticks or our fire grate if we carry one, and we're just going to lay them over here on the edge here. And see, that's why they need to be the length long enough to fit over, as long as this one. So now we have our grate right here. So this will allow you to cook with like a frying pan or something and have some fire under here, some coals. You can dig this out more to allow for fire if you didn't make your pit big enough like I did. So we can have coals or flame here. Now these little pegs that I had to go back and tell you about, you can do 2 or 4 of them. I tend to do 4. I like to use rocks on the inside ones though. So with our 2 little wooden pegs, I put them on the outside of these logs. So if something were to happen and someone hit this, it's not going to roll away and drop all your stuff into your fire. Same thing with the 2 rocks. The reason I like to use 2 rocks on the insides is the same purpose. So I just take 2 small rocks and kind of press them up against the logs on either side. So this will prevent those 2 logs from rolling away from you and dropping all your stuff. Alright guys, so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take that thinner stick. We're going to put a couple stake notches in the top of it. When you do your stake notches, make sure the stop cut is toward the longer end of the stick, or where the point is that's going to go in the ground. That's so it stops your pot from sliding down your stick. So now all we're gonna do with that stick is we're just gonna stick it in the ground. So it's over here leaning on this. And then that counterweight rock I told you about in the beginning, we're gonna put that over here. So that's just in case the weight from your pots and stuff doesn't rip this out of the ground and fall into the fire. Alright guys, so once we have this all set up, we got our stick in place with our counterweight, notches in, making sure the stop cuts are downward so our pot will catch. We're just gonna, we can put our items on here once our fire's set. Start cooking. Cup. This can be used for frying pans, cups, like that. If you want to make hot chocolate, tea, all that fun stuff, this will be used for your primary cooking of like boiling water in a large container like this, making a soup or a stew. You do it here. You can make some modifications to this as you go. Obviously you can put more of these. You can put 2 skewers and have that over here with pot hooks if you wanted to do that. These sticks, you can do more or less of them. Just make sure you have 2 minimum. So see how this cup balances on those 2. 1 obviously isn't going to work, and they got to be green wood because these are going to be exposed directly to flame. And that's why I said 1 inch thickness, so they won't burn through as fast. If you were here multi-days, you'll probably have to replace these after a few times cooking. The other thing is, for modifications you can do on these logs is you can put notches to hold your sticks better so they won't roll. Alright guys, so that's your basic camp cook setup. It's very simple, very easy to do. It doesn't take too long to do either. If you have a good saw, gathering these logs is really simple. An axe will do the job just as well. But I really like to use this a lot. It can be modified a lot. And that's what I'd like to see from you guys. I don't care if it's 2055, whatever in the future, if YouTube still exists. I just want to see what you guys do or how you would modify this to suit your needs. Everybody has a different style. Everybody likes to do things slightly different. So I'd like to see how you would tackle this and what you would add to it or change or whatever. Other than that, guys, if you have any questions regarding anything I did, if I went over something too fast, you want to see something in more detail, feel free to leave a comment, send me a message, an email. Email's in the description as always. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already, please subscribe. More videos like this to come, and hope to see you around.